everybody. If you didn't catch it yesterday, I did an Instagram live about flange fit, how to measure your nipples, nipple rulers to be able to measure your size for the right flange. Today, I actually want to talk a little bit about flange inserts. So if you follow me for a while, you know that flange fit is really essential. What works for one won't work for all. So yesterday we talked about actually measuring your nipples to try to get that perfect fit. Today, I want to show you a bunch of different flange inserts that are actually on the market to get you that better fit. So what I'm talking about is if you have a pump like the Spectra or the Medela, where you have the flange, these will usually come standard in a 24. And this is usually too big for most people. Most people cannot fit in the 24s. That nipple diameter is way too big. So there are actually inserts that fit into the flange tunnel that came with your pump to make the diameter smaller. So let's talk about all things flange inserts today. So this is a clear flange insert. This one I get from Lactation Hub, and the whole thing is soft and clear so that when you have it in your pump, you can actually still see your nipple going in and out. So if you want to know about flange fit, see my video yesterday about measuring your nipples. Today we're just talking about the insert. So this is a clear insert. I get these from Lactation Hub, which are different than these, which you can get on Amazon or Lactation Hub. These are by Maymom. You can see these are opaque. You cannot see through them. These are much firmer, okay? This collapses, very soft and smooshy. This does not. These by Maymom, you can get them in all diameters, usually in odd numbers, 13, 15, 17, 19, 21. This I find is better for more elastic, stretchy, Elastigirl nipples. It holds the areola back and just lets that nipple in and out of the tunnel. This works great, honestly, for almost everybody, almost, not everybody. But needing to go smaller, I do find these tend to work a little bit better with more elastic tissue, but you can't see through them, so they are a little more challenging to get in the right spot. Now there's another new insert. These are by Save the Milk. These again are kind of a hybrid between these two. They're clear, so you can see through it. You can see the nipple, but they're much wider here on the top than the Maymom. These are also, they're really honestly exactly between these two. The clear one is extremely flexible. The opaque one has almost no give, and this one has the cross between those two. It also has the advantage of having the notch so that you don't block the intake valve in your pump. So other differences are the length of these. So these will fit in almost any pump and not block the intake. These ones can block intake valves on some things like the Elvie or the Willow. So if you're going to use these, some people need to actually trim the bottom so it doesn't block the intake valve. Whereas one like this has that notch on the bottom so that it won't block the intake valve. 3 different flange inserts, 3 different kinds of nipples. And then the last one is the Bojan Mom. This one is extremely soft and flexible, has almost no structure to it. It's very stretchy and pliable, and it's sticky. This one is really going to take your flange insert down to really, it's less of a measurement and more of a range. So this one will do some more massaging of the breast and of the nipple, but it works differently than the other flange inserts. I have a love-hate relationship with these. They either work amazing or they don't work at all. So this is for that special person where it really does work for them. Now, why I love a flange insert is because they go in your traditional 24 millimeter flanges. These have a nice wide angle to them to fit a more natural shape to most people's breasts. When we are talking about tiny diameters, this is a 17, and actually this is a 19. Look at how steep that angle is and how it approaches the breast compared to the 24. So unless you have a Madonna cone-shaped breast, most people are trying to squeeze their breast tissue into these to get that nipple in the flange tunnel. It becomes quite uncomfortable compared to how nice and wide that angle is on the original 24. So you can get a 19 millimeter flange without having to squeeze your boobie into this little teeny tiny funnel. Now the other cool thing is normally these flange inserts are designed for 24 or 25 millimeter flanges, but you can actually use them in 27 or 28 millimeter flanges, and it's going to give you a different pumping experience. So you can really find that individual fit to make sure that your flange is approaching your breast correct to be able to efficiently move milk. So you can go either in the original 24 or the 28 with the different kinds of flange inserts to really find that perfect fit. Because at the end of the day, this is like a bra fitting. You may measure for a 36D, and when you try them out, you might be like, well, this brand feels comfortable, but this brand feels better. Or you might actually need to size up or size down. So a 36D would be like a 38C or a 34 double D. So slightly different size, but measurements fairly similar. You might also need a thicker strap or additional snaps or a wider band or a different cut of the cup. We all understand that when you're a bra wearer or have been using bras for years. It's the same thing with your flanges. You may need a 19 millimeter, but you might need a clear flange insert or an opaque flange insert or a Bojan cushion or a plastic flange or a Pump and Pal or a Lactec to really get you that perfect fit that efficiently empties your milk. So there you have it for today. All of the different flange inserts that I am aware of. There are more and more coming on the market today. So if I miss some, shoot me a DM about the ones that you've seen or have used with success. But these are the ones that I carry in my stock when doing flange fittings. Now you know. Bye, everyone.